Welcome back to Platteview High School at Springfield, as Old Red 99.5 is on the road tonight following the Crete Cardinals as they take on the Platteview Trojans tonight. The girls' game first up at 6 o'clock, and it's been a little while since we covered Crete. The last time we had the Cardinals, they traveled to Waverly. And the last time we had the Crete girls basketball team on, that was a top 10 matchup with the Waverly Vikings. That game ended up being a loss for Crete. But since that point, Crete has had terrific success. They've only lost 2 games since then. And as of right now, Crete has won about 8 or 9 games in a row, most recently beating Blair 53-41 on Tuesday. Or actually on Saturday, check that. And now here they are at Platteview taking on the Trojans. And here to talk about the Cardinals has been the player that's kind of been the leader of this team so far. She is a commit for the Creighton women's basketball team. It is junior Morgan Maly who joins us now. And Morgan, first off, thanks for taking the time. And secondly, 20 games in to be at this point, 16-4, ranked in the top 5 by many people across the state. I guess just what's your overall take on the season so far?
We've grown a lot. We're still really young, and just as we've progressed throughout the season, Coach Larson's done a great job just taking a lot of the young players under his wing and giving them confidence, and we've just grown together. We're clicking right now, and our chemistry is really good, and that's been evident throughout the past, month. And we're just really excited to finish out strong.
Yeah, 9 straight wins. It dates all the way back to January 11th when you beat York at home, and since then you beat Seward, and then you beat Seward twice, actually, and including the Central Conference Tournament Championship. Also wins over Blair, Columbus, and Schuyler. So, yeah, Crete has been the class of Class B so far. And you mentioned Coach Larson. That kind of leads me into my next question. Obviously, that was a big splash in the offseason. John Larson, a Hall of Fame coach for many years at Lincoln Southeast, and after some time away, takes over for Coach Isaiah Dell, who ironically took the job at Lincoln Southeast. And Coach Larson has you guys really rolling now. I guess, what is it about, first-year coaching transitions that can be hard sometimes, a hard transition? Doesn't seem to be the case this year. I guess, what is it about his coaching style that really resonates with you and your teammates?
He's a smart guy. He knows what to do, and he got us all to buy into his scheme and his game plan, and he gets us excited to play, and we just love playing for him because he's just a great coach, and he gives us a lot of confidence, and it's just been a really easy transition, and we're very grateful for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I had the pleasure to meet John for the first time when I was in college, and him and his wife, of course, own the Press Box Bar and Grill there at 56th and Highway 2 in Lincoln, and I've seen him there a couple of times since then, had the chance to interview John back in December, and yeah, I agree, a very nice, very smart guy. We're speaking with Crete junior guard and forward Morgan Maly as the Crete Cardinals go on the road to take on Platteview, and we'll get to Platteview here in just a second, but I wanted to go back a little bit to last year. You mentioned this is a team that's fairly young, but you return a lot of pieces from last year. I mean, you look at the team a season ago that went 12-11. Camry Moore, obviously a big piece, 12 points per game. She was gone. But, you bring back everybody else. I mean, Ellie Allen. You also have Jada Wyand, Hannah Newton, Lexi Mock. I mean, how big was that for your team, just bringing back so many players with so much experience from last year?
We really understand each other, and we know each other's strengths and weaknesses. We know when to get on them a little bit when they're, struggling, or know when we need to pick each other up. So we just got a lot of trust in each other, and we're playing really well right now, and we're just excited.
Yeah, certainly. And it's been a little while since Crete has made the state tournament, and it's kind of going that way, that trajectory right now. So we'll see what happens in sub-districts. Well, let's talk about tonight's opponent, Platteview, and that's a team that's certainly been in and out of state a few times over the years, coming in with a record of 13-8. I know they, like Crete, are a little bit young. What do you know about Platteview? What do you guys studied about them? And I guess what's the key to victory tonight?
Yeah, Coach says they're a little undersized, so they like to press, and they're very similar to Waverly. So we're just gotta limit our turnovers, make smart passes, and then get the ball inside and then kick out when they double team down low if that's what happens. But we just focus on the little things tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Should be a really fun game in Class B action. And, Crete looking to get back to state in girls basketball for the first time since 2007. So it would certainly be a historic season if that were to happen. And our guest our guest this evening is Morgan Maly, a junior guard/forward for Crete, leading the Cardinals to a 16-4 record. I'll get you out on this. The last time I had Crete on the air was about around that time that you announced your commitment to Creighton. I think it was after Christmas, if I recall, and we had Crete on the air December 20th. So I know you've gotten a lot of praise about that, and rightfully so. Creighton's obviously a fine institution in this state. Now, remind our listeners, I guess, what other schools were looking at you, and ultimately what led you to decide on Creighton.
I was in contact with South Dakota and South Dakota State, Omaha, and Denver mostly. Mm-hmm. And then when I went on my visit early in December, I really loved everything that they had up there. And, right around Christmas, I was just laying around a lot, doing some thinking. It was Creighton was what I wanted, and I just decided to do it. And I'm really happy, and I'm excited to just get up there soon.
Sure, and getting to stay in state, obviously, that's a very nice thing. I know UNO had been looking a little bit, as well as South Dakota State. So you certainly had some good picks, but I think, you made a good one. And Creighton women's basketball picking up a good player here in a couple of years as junior Morgan Maly is a verbal commit there, and Morgan has to finish this season out, and Crete will have her next year as well. So exciting times ahead for Coach Larson and the Crete Cardinals. And tonight, big test on the road, taking on Platteview, a team that is 13-8. Should be a great game. Hope you stick around for it here on Old Red 99.5. Morgan, thank you so much for the time. Good luck this week, and good luck in that sub-district. I know you guys got a tough poll with Beatrice and Seward and things like that, so good luck the rest of the way. We hope to see you at state.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it.